Okay, this is going to be our reading in phonics. This is going to be a review of, oh, me and this giant chart always. This is going to be a review of our vocabulary. So I'm going to go ahead and describe all the words, and then I'll ask you some questions. So this one up here is the picture of the engine. An engine is the part of the train that works the hardest. It makes the power to turn the wheels. What is our new amazing word? Engine. Say it with me. Engine. The new engine helps the train. Can you think of something else that has an engine? I can think of a couple of things. And my car has to have an engine. A plane has an engine. Okay, a train travels on, what are these called? Tracks. Train tracks are special rails that keep the wheels of a train in place. What is our new amazing word for the special rails on which a train travels? Say it with me. Tracks. Train tracks are built one piece at a time. It took a long time to make enough tracks to go over a mountain. So those are two of our amazing words, engine and tracks. We also have passenger. Can you see that small picture right there? Passenger is a person who is riding on a vehicle or a mode of transportation, which is what we've been learning all about. So this little girl is the passenger for the train. What's the amazing word? Passenger. We also have valley. A valley is a piece of land that is in between two mountains or hills. What is the amazing word called? Valley. And we also here have mountain. And of course, you guys know what mountains are. Mountains are when we have a piece of two rocks that kind of fit together and they make a mountain or a hill. That's called a mountain. Okay. So there's a review of our amazing words. I'm going to read the story. And of course, on the day when I come to school to read the story, it's the smallest book I've ever seen. So I don't have to hold it up and try to show you all it's just not big like the other one was. Okay, this one's called The Little Engine That Could. You might have heard this story before. Chug, chug, chug. Okay, because it's small, I'm gonna have to kind of scoot up here a little. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the train tracks. She was a happy little train. You can see her smiling face. For she had a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no eyes at all, and even a baby elephant. You know I would love that, right? Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, toys, puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could ever want. What would you want? Would you want anything that was loaded onto this train? But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinner, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed merrily along. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without their wonderful toys to play with and their good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine. Remember the word engine? Engine is the part of the train that works the hardest to help it go. Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us. So all the dolls and the toys cried out together. Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and the girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Remember the little red train at the beginning was happy? We could tell from its face. Can you tell how the gold train is feeling? I would say either worried or maybe concerned or surprised. Kind of looks surprised. But the shiny new engine snorted. You want me to pull you? I am a passenger train. What does passenger mean? Passenger is the person who rides on the train. Some trains only carry passengers, and that's what this train does. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain, remember mountain? With more cars than you could ever dream of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable beds and dining cars where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out at the big plate glass windows. You want me to pull you? Indeed not. And off he steamed to the roadhouse. Oh, the roadhouse, where the engines lived when they are not busy. I forgot to do that one. Pause. Let's see if I can get that so it's not shiny. There's the roadhouse, so where the engine lives when it's not busy. So they just park it right there, just sits there until it's time to go again. What's it called? Roadhouse. Okay, he steamed to the roadhouse where the engines live when they're not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, the passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here's another train coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him for help. The little toy clown waved his flag and his big strong engine came to a stop. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down and all the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big strong engine bellowed, I'm a freight train. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roadhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one. Here comes another. He looks very old and very tired, but our train is so little, maybe he can help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty, old engine stopped. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and the toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the rusty old engine sighed, oh, I'm so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. Look at the elephant, he's crying. Sad. And off he rumbled to the roadhouse, chugging, I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us. The very little engine came, chugging merrily along. When she saw the little toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. What is the matter, my friend? She asked kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and toys. Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine. I'm not very big.